Alrighty, Lumberjacks, welcome back to another Logging from Scratch episode. So last time we were playing, we had taken a little adventure in our buncher here. Knocked down a really good chunk of this block. We've got this side pretty well scraped right up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk around with the processor, kind of like we did before. We're going to clean up these little piles and, yeah, make a nice little grab. So then when we do finally come around with the truck and trailer to load it all up, we'll have all these nice little piles to load up, so that should work good. It's so much quieter inside the machine. You can hear the rain like horribly outside in the game. But once you get in here, weather's always nice inside the machine. Let's go drop it here. Now, I can't remember what size I cut to. I think it was anything under 300 I just left for dead. So yeah, these ones, leave them for dead. Don't care. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with the tops. I haven't decided yet. Might be a cleanup project. Maybe a chipping project. I don't know. Maybe they'll just stay there. Put them in slash piles and leave them be burned. We could do that too. But at least this gives us a little bit of options here. I don't like that piece. I'm kind of picky about my cuts now. Just because I've loaded on so many different logs onto these trucks that it's just like, if it's too fugly, I don't want it on there. Too fugly ain't what we all about. Of course, on Chad's map, we used, he used all those straight kind of spruce-looking trees, so that's a lot easier to deal with those. Actually, I don't want that piece. A lot easier to deal with those, because there's none of the little bends and twists in the logs. I mean, the bends and twists are cool because it adds like a level of realism, but also at the same time, the bends and twists and stuff are annoying because they're exactly the same on every log. And because of the way this game's physics are set up, the actual physics don't follow the visual that you're seeing. So when you see a bend in the log, the physics are still straight through that. It's not, like, for instance, if you look at this tree, sorry if I can get it over here enough. You see how it's got like a little bit of a bend, a crook in it? Well, unfortunately, I bet if I look underneath, see how the physics are completely straight? And basically that, sorry, let's get right down and dirty here. So basically, the orange piece you're looking at is the actual physics that are interacting with the other physics that are on my grapple. So like my physics on my grapple are pretty much right to the teeth. They're not 100% perfect, as none of the physics are. But as you can see on this tree, so it's straight, it looks good. The physics orange aligns exactly with what you see, which is the purple looking bark here. So as you go along, what you start to see is where they made crooks. You see how it bends? The tree's actually now sticking above. So the physics you're grabbing aren't actually what you're seeing. So that's why when you load these up, it looks so weird on trailers. So that's one big beef I have with the Giants putting their physics together, is that the physics do not match what you're actually grabbing. Like, see how far off that physics chunk is from the rest of the tree? So now when you visually go to pick this up with a grapple, your grapple's going to go right through this until it hits that orange piece of physic. So that's why that's why I hate the grapples that come with this game, because the physics aren't tied properly. There's a delayed mesh on them. So, for instance, mine are all hard physics to the actual visual. So whatever you're seeing the physics do is what the visual's doing. So you have an accurate representation of when you're actually cutting, right? But Giants has it so that their stuff is not representative of what's there. So even if you look at these ones on the ground, like, you see how that doesn't exactly line up perfectly? Actually, the best example would be these big trees. So you know how I was saying you get like invisible walls when you're cutting? So I don't know, we'll try it. Okay, well, here's a good example. So here's the tree, how wide it actually looks. So to us, this tree looks like this. So if you went to grab this with a grapple, you'd think, oh, I'll grab onto the round bits of the tree. Well, actually, when I turn the physics back on so you can see what's actually going on underneath, that's how high the physics are sitting off of the tree that you're actually seeing. That's why when you go to pick these up, sometimes it's like, oh man, this thing's loading like so weird. That's because there's that much of a gap between the other tree and this one. That's why on the truck they look so weird, like there's a lot of space between the trees sometimes, because the physics have such a gap. So if you guys are ever wondering about that, at least I've given you a quick tutorial on what sucks. I was really hoping they could correct that, but it could be limitations of the physics engine, or maybe they just don't have a method to fix it. But actually, I don't want that one either. Slash pile. So now you guys can see kind of our struggle. Nothing's 100% perfect, and I mean, it's hard to ask for perfect. Giants doesn't put a lot of love into the trees or logging side of this game, just because it's not their main allure. Farming obviously is, because the game's called Farming Simulator. But I mean, I was hoping they would give a little bit of a cut at it, because it was the same in 2015 and it was the same in 2017, and I was kind of hoping 2019 they'd either do something new with the physics, or they would, correct that issue. But I can see that clearly has not been corrected yet, so that's life. That's Dallas. But yeah, definitely a little bit annoying. And we'll throw this one on here too. So yeah, definitely not having the time lapses is going to slow our progress down via videos, but I'm hoping to get more videos, because with those time lapse videos, I have to do them for like an hour and a half pretty much to be able to get enough time to make almost 20, 30 minutes out of it. These ones, at least I know exactly the amount of time. There's no extra editing or anything involved. It just jumps right to the video. So I don't know, maybe we'll stick with this. I like the other way. It's a lot more work, but I think the time-lapse videos look really good. And like I said, we move through the map way faster when we do it that way. But unfortunately, I cannot get that stupid program working, so this may be the future for now. And I don't think you guys mind either way. You seem to watch. Based on the views, it doesn't matter. I looked at the view count, what I've been comparing is how many of you watch the old videos, like the 20-minute little guys, to the new time-lapse videos, and they're almost identical. Like, it's pretty close. I think there's a little bit more viewership time in the time-lapse videos, probably just because I whip through them so quick with the time-lapse content, but it's like within 30 seconds longer. Like, that's the difference. So as long as you guys are happy with the content and you enjoy having a little conversation, that's kind of where I'm at. And then I had lots of emails from guys saying that they actually liked to listen to, it sounded, the best one I saw, this email was a guy saying he liked to listen to, he said he barely even watched the video itself, but he would just turn it on in the morning and he would listen to the, the audio from it. And he said it was like a podcast for him, because he could just sit there and listen to the audio of me just, BSing and doing my thing. And then, that would kind of like be his little morning tradition, which I thought was pretty cool. The fact that I'm part of somebody's morning tradition is bizarre to me, and I love it. I think it's fantastic. You only get one shot at life. You might as well have some fun with it. So to be thought of in somebody else's routine, it's pretty cool. So, buddy, if you're listening, we'll do some podcasty stuff for a while yet. You can just keep enjoying that morning routine. Like I said, I wish I had some more insightful things to talk about, but most of it's just going to have to be logging related. So one thing that's kind of cool, actually, I noticed, so Lydia Death put up 2 new sections in our Discord for the FDR Logging Discord. And if you're not on the FDR Logging Discord, there is a link in this video description for any of the videos. It says link to Discord. You can go there, join the group. So what he's done is he's made a group for mod requests, or him and Josh made that. And he's also made a section for pictures. So if you guys have pictures of stuff, from you daily operating either real life or using FDR logging equipment, you can feel free to post that stuff there. I actually look at it daily just because it's entertaining to see what people are doing with our machines or doing with their real life machines to give us ideas. And as far as the mod request section goes, it's not like an official mod request section. Like, we're not going to take everybody's ideas and make everything that everybody wants, but Josh is looking for ideas for modeling new equipment, modeling new stuff, and I think he's picked up a few really cool things from that section. So if you guys do have mod requests or mod ideas or things that you want to suggest or play around with, do swing by our Discord and check that out. All you have to do is post your idea, post a picture, whatever you want. I think Josh is mostly looking for schematics too for machines. So there's actually a couple guys. There's one guy who actually worked for Tiger Cat who said he can get schematics for some of the machines, and he gave us, I think he gave us a couple things there. But Josh loves having those schematics because with those schematics he can plan the exact size of the machine in game by making it in his modeling programs like in Blender and Maya. So if you guys have ideas, you have schematics, you have things that you want built, throw them over there. Josh will randomly select stuff, and if he's feeling the love from it, he might even build it. And basically, I just get these piles of awesome things from Josh, and then I decide what I want to build out of it. And yeah, it actually works out quite well. Gives everybody a chance to get their 2 cents in. There's lots of things people want for logging, and lots of stuff we want to deliver at the same time, but we gotta go with what works best. And we have to be passionate about it too. It has to be something we want just as much as you want. Can't just be building this because then it becomes a job. We don't want that. Definitely don't want that. Sorry if you guys can hear my air conditioner. I know I can hear it very vividly loud. Sounds like brrrr. But it is so hot, and when I play this game in this place, oh my lord, does that computer get warm. So I have to play it by ear by having the old AC pretty much right next to my computer blowing into it so it doesn't roast everything inside it. And then next year, I think we're going to upgrade our computer again to something newer. But I don't know. We'll see. It'll have to be something pretty magical for me to jump ship, because this machine that I have now is just legendary for me. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I'm hoping by next year we have some more remarkable breakthroughs in technology in terms of graphics cards, because I would love to get a graphics card that has the bueno to run a really good frame rate on 3 monitors like I have right now. And then potentially I'm going to upgrade my monitors to 4K monitors, because right now I just got the plebby 1080 ones, and as good as they are, I've seen content on the 4K ones and then compared it to mine, and I'm like, ew, I am living in the dark ages. Because that 4K stuff's pretty. But the problem is, so you upgrade to 3 4K monitors instead of the 1080p. Like right now I'm running my resolution at 5760 by 1080. That's my current resolution. So if I upgrade to 4K monitors, I don't know what the resolution size is, but you're basically doubling it almost. So if I'm doubling the resolution that the graphics have to load at, I'm now I'm now putting that much strain on a card. So even if I do get like a really good brand new card that's 50% better than what I got right now, I'm still unfortunately stuck with the fact that now I'm probably going to have the exact same performance, but just on the better monitors. So what I'm really truly waiting for is to be able to run 3 displays at 4K at 60 frames a second all the time, no problem, nonstop. And I don't honestly know if there's anything out there that can do that right now. Not in a single card anyway. I know there's some SLI setups for multiple cards that people have done that run pretty well, but most games, there's a lot of games that just don't support SLI, and I've had 4 different computers in my life that had SLI, and I always had problems with them, because I think SLI is a little bunk still. There's some issues with it that need to be corrected, so yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for a good solution, and if I get too into it, then I'll settle for something I don't really want. So I'm just kind of ignoring it all until I do find what I want. Actually, you know what I might do? I'm going to push this pile up to this next pile here. If I can get my arm out far enough to do that. And we'll walk along. And we'll bump the butt. Oh, jeez. I screwed this up a little here. Come on. There you go. The air conditioner just turned off. You probably heard that. Stopped pitter-pattering. Okay, so this pile that I got on my left here, I think this is just tops, isn't it? Yeah, it is, totally. So we got this huge pile here. And then we got this huge pile. So let's just do a quick shimmy shamble here. Kind of want all of these in one pile. Can I just like sham wow this over here? Oh yeah, there we go. Sham yeah. Good enough. Okay, I'll just pick them off here. So now we got this big old pile. Kind of got the weird cross pile thing going here. I usually like to try to keep them in rows, but when I was bunching, I didn't really pay attention to that. I was just like, knock the trees down, get them out of the way. Who cares? Oops. I have a shameful thing to admit that a show that I watch. All right, so don't judge me, but I started watching Desperate Housewives again. So when I'm now hold that judgment back for a second. So basically, when I'm modding, what I do now is I used to listen to music when I mod, but now I've listened to so much music I'm just literally piss bored of it. So what I do now when I mod is I pick a series, and then what I'll do is I'll watch that series kind of in the side monitor, half paying attention to it while I mod, so that I have some kind of entertainment while I'm doing my thing. So a long time ago, I watched the Desperate Housewives series, and it was actually pretty entertaining. Oh, geez, what's going on here? Hold on, I gotta go investigate and see what's happening on this other end. Oh, no, I think we got free. There we go. So I started watching, like I said, Desperate Housewives again while I'm modding, and it's so funny to be working on like heavy-duty forestry equipment while listening to people have these dramatic little lives. But I don't know, I really enjoy watching drama series that they're random things. Not to mention there's some pretty hot-looking chicks in that too, so that probably might help out a little bit. Definitely makes a difference. But it's just a hilarious type of drama. If you haven't watched Desperate Housewives, I would recommend checking it out if you're into like dramatic stuff. It's like the Grey's Anatomy of residential living. I always laugh. You get all these... Same thing, like I'll have these buddies who work in the bush. Oops. Oh, jeez. Who are like hardcore mudders, hardcore off-road guys or work in the bush. And then you'll jump in their pickup and, big lifted, diesel truck, and boom, you'll have like a Miley Cyrus or Britney Spears song hit the radio, and you're just... You're like, you listen to this? Like, oh, yeah, dude, I love it. Not to mention she's super hot. And you're just like, all right, I mean, I can't argue with that logic, but, you'd expect those guys to be listening to, like, hardcore metal or country in most people's cases up here. But to have that, it's just funny. So I am super not judgmental of people listening to whatever music they like or watching whatever shows they like, regardless of how ridiculous it is. Now, I don't know if I'd go as far as to watch, like, Gossip Girls or something like that, because that's getting a little out there for me, or Sex in the City or whatever. But all those shows have really good writing, and it's entertaining to watch that stuff. Especially when you're sitting here modding and your brain's starting to melt. You're just like, I need to watch something. And I can listen to people banter, and it's pretty funny, actually, in the end. Comedy gold, guys. Comedy gold. All right. Let's get this guy here. That's actually... Oh, I did kind of an undercut on that one. It's a little less than I normally would have. Oh. Jesus, what is going on here? Okay, there's got to be something like a tail I'm catching over here somewhere. So like a stick or something? Oh, maybe it's the hill. It's the hill I'm catching? Maybe. Oh, let's get this one off the top here. That's the problem right here. This guy. Let's get this ugly beggar out of here. There we go. You were the problem, sir. I actually got a lot of wood down here. We're gonna have a while picking this stuff up. It's gonna take some time for sure. Let's get that one over there. Now, is this one free and clear? It is. See, it's catching on something though. What is it catching on? Probably an invisible stick in the ground or something. Who knows? There we go. Perfect. Couple nice sticks out of this one. Starting to get a little bendy now, so let's get rid of that. Now we can cut this guy because it should be all clear. Beauty. Okay, we'll get this pile done, and then I think we're already at the end of our flick here. Oh, these episodes are so quick. I was going to record them a bit longer, but the 20-minute ones are probably the best we can do for now. Just because I'm trying to keep up. I'm working a lot right now, so I'm trying to keep up with the episodes. If I do half-hour ones, I only get enough for, like, I get about 2 days a week that I can get a chance to record, but it's only for, like, a couple hours, right? So if I turn them into, like, 30, 45-minute episodes, I'm only going to get a couple, and there's 7 days in a week, so I got to try to keep up on my times here. And by doing these 20-minute ones, I should be able to do more as things go on. I'll be able to record for more per session. So then I can hopefully have, like, I'm aiming to get about 4 episodes a week is what I would like. 4 episodes a week of this and then some multiplayer. But because Thursdays kind of turn into our multiplayer streaming day when I can get to it. So then I like to have a nice pile of single-player episodes lined up for the rest of the week, and it's hard to keep to that schedule when you're doing longer episodes. So that program breaking down was actually good luck for me because I was starting to run out of time to get it done. God, this one's doing it too. Hey, what is it catching on over there? It must be the hill. God, that's annoying. Stupid solid logs. Like I said, in real life, they bend a little bit, so you have a bit higher % chance of succeeding. Man, this is a big pile we got going here, doesn't it? Throw those over there. Let's get this one. We're almost to the end of this fugly pile here. Get one out of that. And we should be able to get a nice one out of this, too. Yeah, it's a nice little piece. Straight, narrow, no issues. Oops, make sure we go in the right direction here. Oh, jeez. All right, so let's park this bad boy here. We'll call this an episode for now. So yeah, when we come back on the next one, I think there's a few more piles we got to go process. There's one big one up there. What I might do, I don't know if the game can handle it. What I was going to do is grab all these tops with the loader and just throw them into one big slash pile. But I think what'll happen is if I try that, putting them all together will just cause like a big physics lag issue. So I might pile them in discreetly into their own little, like I'll take that group and that group, pile them in this hole. I'll take this group and that group, pile them into a middle, maybe even the third group. But I'll keep the slash piles a little bit separate of each other. But right now, the way that those slash piles look, or they look now, it looks like those are like bunched piles ready to be cut. So that kind of just adds confusion. Same with these, right? So maybe in the next episode, before we process, I'll come around, we'll walk and just clean some of this stuff up. Maybe do something a little different just to kind of change up the regular gig. Make some slash piles. Unfortunately, we can't burn them, but we can pretend to, and that's half the fun. So anyway, if you guys liked the video, leave a like, leave a comment. Do not forget to subscribe. And if you're in the bush, don't forget to hug a tree. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.